Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and on this channel I talk about the science of hair growth and other things. But I'm really excited to do this video because I got like my start on YouTube 4 years ago now, probably more than that. But anyway, talking about the supplements that I was taking to regrow my hair. In 4 years, it's no surprise that I have grown significantly. My knowledge have grown significantly, and my goal has now been to biohack hair growth on a cellular level, right? So we always use, we do the things, right? We do the hair care. We use the leave-in, the deep conditioner, the shampoos, all that stuff to kind of address what we currently already have on our head. But like my goal has been to biohack hair growth on a cellular level by activating my stem cells and just rejuvenating and regenerating these follicles to do what God put them on there to do, right? And so you guys know I'm already doing like this, whatever part 8, 7, 9, insert number part biohacking series. And this one is probably by far my absolute favorite because this one is about supplements. And if I geek out on anything, I geek out on supplements. Like, it's almost like the channel should have been about supplements and just supplements alone, because this is my thing. This is what I really try to do. I literally tailor my regimen, my supplement regimen, based on my specific needs. Like, I've gone beyond just taking like the generic or like the general supplements, kind of like the essentials that you need, to really biohacking what my body needs so that it can thrive based on my medicals. I'm gonna have a video that's specific to what I am doing now in 2025 that has changed since insert whatever year that was that I created that first video. That was my first viral video about the supplements that I was taking for hair growth. But anyway, this video, we're gonna biohack hair growth by talking about the specific supplements that you need to take that's gonna grow your hair from the inside out. We do, if your hair is falling out and you've tried absolutely everything in the market, you've bought everything, you've done everything, and nothing seems to be working for you, then this video is absolutely for you. Today is your day because I have a solution for you. It's the Scripts medicated hair growth serum, which is designed to biohack hair growth from the follicle on down. So what it's doing real quickly is reactivating your stem cell and extending your growth phase, making your hair grow like you're pregnant again. For those of you who know, you know. And for those of you who don't know yet, trust me, hair growth like you're pregnant is what you want. So listen, if you don't trust me, look at what my people have to say. At the end of the day, I'm just saying right now, it worked for me. I promise you, it will absolutely work for you. I know. We know, like, you guys know better than me, all the things to do for hair care to really support hair growth, to support it. But if you want to stimulate hair growth, if you really want to biohack so that you're growing your hair from the inside out, thick and quick, pay attention to this video. These supplements are going to really help you. And then of course, I'm going to make a quick little announcement at the end. I'm going to make it this one time and I'm not going to make it again. So stick around with me, stay tuned. Damn, I'm really excited. I'm excited about this video. This feels like a full circle moment for me. Anyway, so we're going to go right into a lot of the different things that you want to do to literally step by step. This is going to be an ultimate guide on the different things, and I'm going to break it down into category that you want to do, the different supplements that you want to take. I'm not going to show you the supplements because that's going to slow it down. I'll probably put a picture somewhere here so you can see. I'm not promoting a specific brand. I'm just telling you which supplements, vitamins and minerals you really need to focus on for hair growth, okay? And I'm going to give you the science and the clinical data behind it, which is very different from what I used to do. Anyway, so first thing you want to focus on is deep hydration. You want to focus on deep hydration because hydration equals hair elasticity. If you have malleable hair, if you have that boing-oing-oing-see, hair, that's what you want. You don't want that hair that's going to snap, you know what I'm saying? Because you want the snap back, you just don't want the hair that's going to snap. And that's why hydration is essential. Now, we know this because we use a lot of hydrating leave-in conditioners and we use a lot of hydrating, hair care. But I'm talking about hydration from the inside out, right? So what you want to do, the biohack is going to be omega-3 fatty acids. EPA and DHA is very important because it's going to lock in moisture, it's going to reduce inflammation, and it's going to strengthen the hair's lipid barrier, okay? So this is very important for you to take if you want that hydrated hair. You can slather your scalp and your hair with all the glycerin, all the vegetable glycerin, and even the hyaluronic acid, which is my favorite topical hydrator or hydration, whatever, humectant. But I'm telling you, you need to be good from the inside out, right? And we know that we're just not eating all the right foods to get the nutrients that we need. That's why we supplement, right? So you want to take around 1,500 to 3,000 milligrams per day. This is a therapeutic dose. Anything below that is not going to be efficacious for your hair, for hydrating your hair, okay? So as far as efficacy data, there is a 2015 study that shows that if you take these omega-3 fatty acids, you're going to reduce your hair shedding by almost 90%, 89% to be specific. And that's with women, that's in women with thinning hair, 89%. So that is a big deal. And I will be honest, you want to avoid this if you are on blood thinners. But I forgot to preface this video by saying, please consult with your doctor before you do anything. Because I'm sorry, like, I'm just not your doctor. I don't know your specific concerns. You might have, you might be on certain drugs that may interact with these supplements, or you might have certain underlying conditions, right? So next, my favorite is marine collagen. You want type 1 and 3. This is going to boost scalp hydration and strengthen hair elasticity by improving the dermal layer. This one is my favorite one, and the only reason why I'm showing you, not because I'm promoting it, not because I'm selling it, not because I have a link to it, simply because it's just right here. Like, that's it. But like I said, if I don't have it in front of me, I'm going to just put a post of whatever of the things that I typically like to use. So you need at least 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams a day. Just follow the manufacturer's recommendation. For this one particular, this is the Andrew Lessman marine collagen peptides. If you have any type of allergies to marine, they have a poultry one, but I don't think they have a vegan one. 1 scoop, right? I put it in, it has no taste, by the way. And I put it in, what do I put it in? What's that thing? A smoothie. Like, the easiest words I can't say. And as far as efficacy is concerned, there is a 2002 study that shows that any type of 2014 study that shows that any type of marine collagen supplementation is going to increase hydration by 28%. That's nearly 30% in 8 weeks. So use that in 8 weeks and you're going to start to feel the difference and see the visible difference in your hair. Okay. So the next one that we're going to talk about, and by the way, let me say this, a lot of these are going to be, I'm going to mention them again because I'm talking about the different functions that they have. So if you hear me repeat them, is only because it also serves this function, okay? The next one is MSM, and MSM, I love it because one, I love it for its anti-inflammatory properties, but this is also good for increasing the hair flexibility and hydration, and it's pretty much providing bioavailable sulfur for keratin production. Sulfur is dope for keratin production. That's why for a lot of my DIYers, you guys love onion juice for your hair. It is a GOAT. It does work. It's not fake. And the reason why is because of the sulfur that is associated with that onion juice. So if you go down into the actual phytonutrient of that onion is going to be the sulfur. And that's what's important for you. And that's what MSM is good for. 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams a day. That is going to be your therapeutic dose of it alone. Okay. And as far as efficacy, there's a 2002 study that shows that it increased hair density by 38% in just 4 months. So next is hyaluronic acid. Yes, you can actually take a supplementation of hyaluronic acid. Yes, we all know hyaluronic acid. This is the best way that I describe it. Hyaluronic acid is a humectant. It's like a bucket, right, of how much water it can hold. It's a humectant, meaning that it draws and it pulls moisture from the atmosphere. And so it's a bucket and it pulls moisture from the atmosphere just like glycerin also does, right? And there's a few others that I'm not thinking off the top of my head right now. But what I love about hyaluronic acid is that it's the largest bucket. So it's like it holds up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So it's the largest bucket. So imagine filling up this huge behind bucket moisture from the atmosphere. Then there, and I'm not saying it in particular order, but like glycerin could be like this, and then, whatever else, honey could be like this. I want the largest bucket. I want to hold the most moisture, okay? And so hyaluronic acid is that girl. I love her. I use it topically all over this channel. I talk about my favorite topical hyaluronic acid products for hair care, but here we're talking about the actual supplement, okay? So you need about 120 to 240 milligrams per day for this to be efficacious. Excuse me, I'm like spitting for no reason. That's a therapeutic dose. And as far as the 2020 study, it shows that it increases your scalp's moisture and it improves your hair elasticity. So I'm telling you, hyaluronic acid is that girl, and you want that scalp to be moist. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that scalp being moist. We know we want moistness. It's a good thing, even though some of you guys hate the word moist. I don't know why. So I gotta throw in this shameless plug. Shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? If you want to biohack, you want to biohack everything that's going on here, why not just make sure that you're taking a multi-therapeutic approach to hair growth? Focus on the inside and out. On the inside, you're going to utilize these supplements. On the outside, you are going to apply your Herscripts medicated hair growth serum. If you want to know what's in it, all the ingredients linked down below to the what the F. And if you don't care because you take my word for it, which I don't recommend, just go straight to the website, herscriptsrx.com. It's available. You do have to take a health assessment. That health assessment is going to then go to a medical provider. This is all HIPAA compliant. I don't have access to any of your information. I do not know what is going on. This is HIPAA compliant. This is medical. And the reason why you have to take a health assessment, and you have to, provider has to review your chart and has to first determine if you qualify and then prescribe it, because it's a prescription, right? It's using all this is a prescription drug, and it is a prescription that a provider has to approve whether or not you qualify based on underlying conditions or any drugs that you may be currently on, okay? That's it for that. Don't worry, you're not gonna hear me talk about it anymore in this video. All right, so now another thing that you wanna do, right, when it comes to biohacking hydration, like not topically, but like lifestyle, is please like drink like 2 to 3, like you wanna increase your water consumption, right? Now I know they have how many liters a day that you're supposed to drink. I don't even know off the top of my head, but y'all need it. Like drink water, and you do need some water with some magnesium, sodium, potassium. So, you know, use one of those hydration things. Like, what's the one that I know of? It's a simple one online, like the liquid IV, you know, once a day, that shouldn't kill you. But they have like the other ones. I'm not promoting no particular brands, but liquid IV is just the name that I know. The electrolytes that you could put into your water, okay? Because it has the minerals in it, just to help increase that hydration. So the next thing that you want to focus on is you want to stop shedding, and you want to protect follicles from inflammation. That is the function that we're focusing on right here. What is the problem with that? Well, the problem is that inflammation from stress, poor diet, toxins, or whatever is one of the biggest causes of excessive shedding from the hair follicle. I call it, that's excessive hair shedding. The scientific term is telogen effluvium. Telogen effluvium, let's talk about it really quickly. There are 3 phases of the hair growth cycle. There's anagen, catagen, telogen. Anagen is the growth cycle. The major hack to all of these is activating, extending that anagen phase. That anagen phase is the phase that is where your hair is on full growth. That's the phase where when you're pregnant, if you know, you know, that is the phase that your hair is just growing excessively. That's why after you have a baby, you drop your baby, it's like, wow, look at this hair, is thick, it's so full. And then, you know, telogen effluvium happens, which what we're gonna get into. Catagen is just a resting phase. It's not doing anything. It's just resting, it's transitioning before it sheds, which is a natural part of the cycle. That shedding is called telogen, and we shed up to 100 strands a day. That's normal. You're supposed to shed, but y'all know when y'all shedding excessively, and it's not normal. And you could be in denial all you want and tell yourself, oh, that's normal. I just kept my hair up in the braids for like 3 months. Girl, no, your hair is screaming. You are probably prematurely shedding, but that's another video for another day. The bottom line is telogen is normal. It's a part of the hair growth cycle, and then it goes into the cycle again. And not all follicles are at the same point of the cycle at the same time. That's why all your hair don't shed and fall out at one time and grow back at one time. But when it's telogen effluvium is when it's shedding excessively. All right. So the biohack, one of them is going to be ashwagandha. Why? Because ashwagandha is known to lower cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and is going to reduce that stress related shedding that we just talked about. You want to take about 300 to 600 milligrams a day. And as far as studies behind it, 30%, there's a 2017 study that shows that 30% less hair shedding after 8 weeks of ashwagandha use was pretty much seen and exhibited. So the point is that 30% is no nominal number. That's nothing to scoff at, honey. So I'm just saying, if you find yourself a little bit more stressed out than normal, I know some of y'all do other things, CBD, THC, you know what I'm saying, some vino, some wine. Do you, boo, do you. No judgment here, but as far as the studies are concerned, ashwagandha is that girl in the supplement category, okay? Now there's also selenium and zinc, because those are gonna regulate your immune function and they're gonna protect your hair follicles from autoimmune attacks, right? So if you have alopecia areata, Hashimoto's, any type of underlying autoimmune disorders, which by the way, hair loss within itself is an inflammatory response of some underlying condition that may be happening, and autoimmune conditions are those main ones. Selenium and zinc are good to counteract that. So it may not stop it, because your autoimmune disease unfortunately is doing what it does, but you know what? You want to mitigate that hair loss as much as possible with selenium and zinc. So selenium, you want to have about 200 micrograms per day, and zinc about 15 to 30 milligrams a day. And so, you know, there is some data that shows that zinc supplementation improved hair regrowth in alopecia patients in a 2013 study. So I just want you guys to know that, like, this is everything that I'm giving you is backed by science. It's clinical data. Next one is going to be curcumin from turmeric, right? And those are gonna pretty much help you block molecules like NF and KB that's causing chronic inflammation and follicle shrinkage. Like I said, follicle shrinkage is also called follicle miniaturization. And that is when your follicle, let's just assume this is the regular size of your follicle. Shrinkage is when it gets thinner, smaller and smaller, meaning that the less hair can come out of it. That essentially means that you're just growing thinner hair. What does that mean in English, Bevy? It means that your hair is getting thinner, period, okay? So you do want to take curcumin because it is an anti-inflammatory. That is the bottom line, okay? 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day, and it has efficacy data from 2009 that shows it can reduce scalp inflammation by 56% in 6 weeks. This is no joke, okay? And that scalp inflammation is really killing y'all. It's killing a lot of y'all follicles. So I'm telling you, that's why I love and this is a sidebar because we're talking about supplementation today, but that's why I particularly love steroid injections, because there are a topical injection to the scalp that helps to reduce inflammation, and a byproduct of that or a result of that is hair growth, especially thicker hair, because now you're helping those follicles to expand. So that's what I love. Next one, and I don't think I have it on me, is vitamin D3 plus K2. That's just for better absorption. They sell them together. So, and of course, your girl is a little bit more enhanced than she used to be. So I have other supplements that I really, really love. Well, vitamin D3 plus K2s that I really love. And there's like a little bit more nuances to it, but for now, this is just what you need to focus on, okay? This is gonna regulate your hair follicle cycling, and it's gonna reduce seasonal and chronic hair shedding. So this is good because, like I love to say, and I said it before in my other video, vitamin D3 is going to proliferate your hair follicles, meaning it's gonna pop up more hair follicles like popcorn. So the more follicles, the better, right? The more opportunity you have for denser, thicker hair, you want to have D3 in whatever it is that you do. Please, by all means, do not have any type of regimen without vitamin D3 in it. And it has so many more benefits, but for the sake of time, we're just gonna go right into it. And if you don't believe me, 2,000 to 5,000 IUs a day is very good. Find out what your vitamin D levels are. But as far as efficacy is concerned, vitamin D deficiency is linked to 80% of hair loss cases, 80%. So if you have a vitamin D deficiency, which I do, right? Because your girl was slacking up a little bit, you really want to get that vitamin D back up, okay? So yeah, get that vitamin D back up. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is boost your blood circulation with the supplements. So why is that important? And I think I speak about it or spoke about it, and I don't know when I'm gonna post it. But the bottom line is you need blood circulation so it could deliver nutrients and oxygen to the follicles. Without blood circulation, your hair is just not gonna grow. Blood circulation by way of angiogenesis and vasodilation is going to really improve your hair growth. It's going to stimulate hair growth, really, and it's going to keep you in that anagen phase. So how are you going to do this with supplements? Iron plus vitamin C, and you're going to want to increase your protein intake. I don't care for biotin. You don't need biotin. Listen, like I said before, biotin is only going to sit there and break you out. It's going to keep you with everything but the bagel seasoning on your face, and I'm telling you right now, that's not what you want. So overall, this is gonna boost your ferritin levels, and it's gonna help your red blood cell production to help deliver oxygen better to your hair follicles. So for iron, you want at least 18 to 30 milligrams a day. For vitamin C, you're gonna want at least 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day. And as far as efficacy is concerned, low ferritin levels is gonna be linked to excessive shedding, and vitamin C enhances that iron absorption. So that's why you want the vitamin C, so you can enhance the iron absorption. I have some iron pills that I really like. I mean, listen, go to Amazon and find you an iron pill. Ask your doctor which iron pill is going to have kind of like an extended release in your body, that's gonna live in your body the longest, have a higher bioavailability without causing the side effects of constipation and whatever else not, okay? So we all know you need blood, and then you need blood to be delivered to the follicles, okay? Now, these are my favorite because these have more than one. There's a lot going on with these, but these are amino acids, L-arginine and L-citrulline, okay? Now, this is going to increase nitric oxide production, which is going to expand blood vessels and increase more blood flow. So this is good for vasodilation. Here is why I love these amino acids. Yes, they are going to boost blood flow. These are amino acids, which are the building blocks for your hair, and it's gonna help with kind of keeping that body, yaddy, in that shape of your hair and all that. But this is a 2-for-1, honey. You know what I love about this? Anytime you increase nitric oxide, sidebar, this is only for adults, increasing nitric oxide is the key to basically, how do I say this? Increasing nitric oxide, let me just whisper because I have people in my house, is the key to boosting your orgasms and having a wet. You know what I'm saying? Having a wet. You know what I'm saying? A wop, if you know what I'm saying. It's been a while since that, but y'all know what I'm saying when I say that. Because it's boosting and increasing blood flow directly to the clitoris. So if you want to have intense like orgasms, like grab the sheets, you know what I'm saying? That's the benefit of these amino acids. Now, of course, the main benefit that we're talking about is for hair growth. And I'm going to talk about the clinical efficacy, whatever. But because it boosts nitric oxide is the key to blood flow in the clitoris. So that's going to be, like I said, a wetter one, you know what I'm saying? A wet one. And it's also going to be, it's going to increase your sensitivity down there and give you like, you know, fall off the bone orgasms. That's just a side note. That was just for adults. So if you don't take L-arginine and L-citrulline because I'm telling you for your hair, don't say I didn't tell you. You need 1,000, 3,000 milligrams a day. And again, it is clinically shown to improve the vascular function and oxygen delivery. And that's throughout the body systemically. So you're going to have blood flow throughout your entire body with these amino acids, okay? Another nitric thing, again, if you're not trying to stimulate yourself, you know, you're trying to save yourself, you're trying to wait for the right person, then you might want to skip these. But beetroot powder, again, is another nitrate source, 500, 1,000 milligrams a day, and is going to increase the blood vessel dilation. I'm just telling you, okay? Take it easy with that. Take it easy. And a nice little hack to do with all of this is you want to massage your scalp so you can keep that circulation boosted. And I told you I wouldn't say anything else about, you know, my serum, but you know, that's what I want to say about that.